Right then, everyone, I think we are indeed live. Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you as you join me once again for another live stream from my channel, HEMR Railway. Today's stream, as you can see by the title, and as you can now see by the text on screen, is an unprototypical request stream. The only rule about this stream is that all your requests must be very silly, they must be unprototypical, and they must be completely bonkers. I will run you through all the trains we've got on and why they are so ridiculous. These are my trains that I have picked. It isn't a your request and your request only stream, because we did that one about 3 weeks ago, but I have put some trains on to start off the stream that are completely and utterly unprototypical. And as I said, I'll take you through a couple of those in a couple of minutes. So you will have the opportunity, as always, to put in your requests and get the chance to see what you want to see running on the layout. Today we will be live until about 6 o'clock. Thankfully we did actually start on time this week. I did remember to press the go live button. I wasn't just sat there for 5 minutes thinking, oh, why isn't it working? So yes, we will be live until 6 o'clock, and that does indeed mean there is plenty of time for mishaps, derailments and banter with the participants of the live chat. So, I'll roll the intro to get this stream underway, and I'll see you in about 12 seconds. Okay then, so you may be thinking, well, what is so unprototypical about all these trains? You might actually have even guessed already. Well, the first train here we've got Tornado, which obviously is a passenger engine. It's a new build engine, steam engine obviously, but it's a new build engine designed for use on rail tours on heritage railways, and we've actually got it pulling freight. Now I know the P&O one is a bit topical, but I'm not just going to run that because of the controversies. But yes, you can see that we've got the P&O one on there. Very topical at the moment, but still on there. So we've got Tornado, the freight engine used for rail tours pulling freight, so obviously that's very unusual. We have a dummy car from HST, a dummy power car. We have Queen Elizabeth and 040, again they're very contrasting, and obviously they've never been pulled by each other, and then I've stuck it pushing a brake van, so that's also unusual as well. And here we have a HST pulling normal regular steam power cars. Obviously that never happened. It pulls the Virgin coaches that are designed to go with the HST, so it's just pulling random coaches. And what's more, it's also got coal wagons sandwiched in the middle of it. So yep, that is very unprototypical. Kurt, thank you very much for joining. Hi, I can't stay as we are having a party. That's absolutely fine, Kurt. Thank you for joining anyway. Oh, I forgot to do the initiation. Well, it's not really initiation, but whenever I do a stream, I always have a can of zesty drink, and I always say, because I haven't got any nails, yeah, you use a screwdriver and drop it on the floor. That's what I always say. But we're properly initiated, and now I can have a sip of zesty drink. Zesty. But that's fine, Kurt, by the way. It's not a problem. I did get your parts, by the way. Although I didn't get your pictures from your email. For some reason, the pictures wouldn't load for some reason. So maybe you could try sending them again for me. But without further ado, I'll get these trains going. So here's the Virgin one in its complete madness. I'll let it have its lap of honour. I'll start doing this. I think it's quite good that we let each train go and do a lap. Jaden, thank you very much for joining. Nice to see you here. Lewis Cartwright, thank you very much for joining. Also good to see you here. So there is the HST with its lap of honour. I'm very good, Jaden and Lewis, by the way. Hope you were doing okay. There's the brake van HST 040 combo. Kurt, yes indeed, I will show you it right now. If I can find it, that is. Here we go. Kurt, there you go. Don't know how well you can see this. But you can indeed see 4 buffers there. and 4 buffers around the back. I tell you what, I'll give you it a little run up and down this siding. Just let me get the tornado and freight wagons going. That's all going now. I'll shut the points for now. Might open them again later. But here you go, Kurt. I'll give it a little run for you. Might not be able to see the buffers super clearly because of the angle of the camera. But yep, very nice to have it running properly again. Well, when I say running properly, I mean looking good. It is, Kurt. I've been using up quite a lot of my spare parts recently. Not on, modern engines that I've got, but on engines that I'm fixing up for future use. And we'll come on to that as part of one of the topics in my agenda later. Jaden, I know you're going to enjoy screwing me around in my stream, getting all sorts of wacky trains to derail. So get your requests in now if you want, and I'll put them on after these trains have gone through a little bit. Just tell me, how does the audio sound? I've applied a layer of filtering from OBS to make the audio sound better. So it's supposed to filter out some of the background noise. Obviously, it's not going to filter out all of it, but just let me know how it's sounding, because I was aware it was sounding a little bit whistly last week, which obviously I'm still experimenting with OBS, that's why I'm using it now. So just let me know how it sounds. If I got a Gauge Master shuttle unit, which I'm not going to do, I could have trains running up and down here, but it's not worth doing. If I had a branch line like OO Bill or Double O Bill or whatever you want to call him, then I'd probably use a shuttle unit, yes. But because I don't have a branch line or a runaround loop, I have no need for one, unfortunately. Been a fun wiring project though, although I suppose I've got all my street lights to wire up next, which will be equally as fun. Could do with buying myself some new wire strippers actually, because the ones I've got don't go thin enough for SCART lead wire. Kurt, you've said someone local to me is selling some double O gauge stuff. I picked up some stuff today. No new locos this time though. Well, I suppose anything you can get is a bonus. I think I'm going to get that engine I talked about that I pre-ordered next. And then hopefully I'm going to get some more rolling stock. I need some more Pullman coaches, some more Blood and Custard, and some more Maroons. And possibly some Intercities to go with my Class 37 and 47. Well, the 47 I'm hoping to get, and the 37 I am getting. I did mean to, Kurt, by the way. I did mean to. You put a link in your video you released yesterday with a eBay seller on. I meant to have a look at that. So I'm just going to look at that now. Because I forgot to look at it the other day. So I'm going to have a look at his page now. Because I know you said it was a good page. Ah, there we are. Noggin 26. Something I do need to buy. Something I do need to buy is a new pickup plate for my Triangle 40 because I'm trying to refurbish it, and I've got a rotary tool that I'm hoping to get at some point soon, which I'll talk about in about 10 minutes time. So I'm trying to restore some old engines and restore some knackered chassis I've got so I can sell them on eBay. But I need the rotary tool, which I'm getting tomorrow. So I'll talk about that later, but I need a pickup plate for a triangle for. I have got one. I could glue it, but I'd rather go for a new one. It's only about £4 I've seen on the website. Kurt says, I've ordered some cork for my layouts, and so some progress happening. That's good. That's very good. Obviously, as you can see by the various shots of bare wood, so you can see over here, I haven't used cork, and over here, I haven't used cork. The only reason is, on many, modelling forums, such as the Hornby Forum or RM Web, many people have said, and especially in videos have said, cork's just another expense. I was already a little bit behind where I wanted to be last year in terms of ballasting. In fact, I've only just finished ballasting my entire of my layout. Again, that's another point I'll get onto later. But, yeah, it's just another expense. The stuff I was looking at was going to be quite expensive. I couldn't really be bothered sitting there meticulously cutting it to the same width or buying pre-cut stuff because, again, that was too expensive. So I eventually, and because also cork, yes, it might improve sound deadening and might be a good thing to get a better ballast shoulder for your track, but it's too expensive, and by the time you have actually ballasted it, it's just as noisy as putting it on wood anyway. Obviously, I am in my loft, so I have got a bit of isolation between where the trains are, and I've got, 5 or 6 feet, 7 feet, but to the next floor, or the ceiling of the next floor, if you know what I mean. Kurt said he direct messaged the seller, explained about his channel, and the person said if he's going to put it in a video, and if he was a young person, it wasn't going to be 25, he sold it 15.50. Very nice. Good bargain you got there, Kurt. Best time to get into model trains is when you're a kid. And then, because everyone's really nice to you, you can get some cracking bargains and then keep them when you're older. Because when you become a grown adult, people start looking at you as an innocent child and think, oh, wow, I'm going to charge him a fortune. But same happened with, I don't know how well I'll be able to display this. Same happened with my D11. This retails for about £140. The bloke I bought it off, it was second hand, although the bloke had never really used it. I think he'd only opened the tender to put a DCC chip in and then hardly ever used it after that. But this should have been around £140, and he sold me the D11 for 100. It was very nice. But yeah, best time to get collecting rare things is when you're a kid. Well, rare second-hand things, because people like doing you a deal. My dad did say the other day, thinking about cork, he said, well, when you leave home and if we or you decide to tear up this model railway, which unfortunately is an inevitable thing, I will be obviously moving out of this house one day and building my own layout in my own house. But when I do come to tear this up, we really should have thought about putting it on cork. But then we realised that's not really a stable surface. It had been really difficult to glue it down or get it thin. And, track pins, you'd have had to buy really thick cork to get the track pins not to stick out of the bottom. So, my dad said when he came up and saw all the ballasting I'd finished, he went, oh, we should have put some cork down. But as I say, after we'd thought about it, we decided that actually that wouldn't have worked. I'd just end up with everything being deformed. Another thing about a ballast shoulder as well, this obviously has got quite a good ballast shoulder over here because I purposely covered the sleepers on this bit of track, but I purposely didn't cover the ones on here. I think, even though I've used a ballast spreader for this little bit of track, and I just put it on with a jug and by hand for this piece of track, the ballast shoulder on the hand ballasted bits look almost as good as on the spreader ballasted bits, because I can use my ballast spreader on this thin stuff. But, you know, I'm not too bothered about getting a really good ballast shoulder, because I think this is about as much as a ballast shoulder I want, and I think if it was any taller than this, it'd look daft. And especially if we move over to the station there, you can see, especially when it leads down here, I have managed to get some sort of a slope even with these quite chunky stones. So I don't think it looks too bad. I think cork, as I said, is just a bit of an unnecessary expense for when I'm trying to do it on a bit of a budget. Jaden says, I'm back. How is everyone? I'm very good, Jaden. Thank you very much for coming back. As you can see, Jaden, it is an unprototypical request stream, so you do get to screw me over with all your wacky requests that usually derail and explode. So I'll give these trains another 4 minutes until we've been going for 25 minutes, and I'll let the viewers, especially Jaden, that Coke went down wrong hole. I'll let the viewers, and specifically Jaden, screw me over with their ridiculous but quite creative requests. Did mess around with the camera filters again. Managed to get this one a bit brighter and a bit less yellow, and I managed to give this one a bit more sharpness and a bit more saturation, so I think it looks better. These cameras will never look the same, because this is a 2K webcam, 1440p, this is a 1080p webcam. I think this does 60 frames a second, this one does 30, so they'll never look exactly the same. And without OBS's filter, especially as you saw when I was still using StreamYard, this camera over here has quite a yellow tinge, which you can still see it has, but when this gets all greened over, it'll be alright. And I'm pretty sure it's just because there's a load of wood over here, which you won't always be able to see. Jaden says, 125 with container freight and flying Scotsman back in, please. Okay, the only problem is, Scotsman's been having a bit of problem earlier of arcing, like a white flashing between like the wheels or inside the motor. I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with it, because, you know, it'll short the controller, but you'll give it a push and then it'll go. So I don't want to damage it, but I also want to run it for you. So I'm going to take a quick look inside now. A little bit of servicing live, we all like that. Good thing is about this camera is, for now, while I ain't getting scenery, I can actually show you what I'm doing. I'll take this back bogey off because it's forever been a pain. I think it might just be some dust or metal fibres. Best be careful not to crack around the cab area, because this plastic is so thin. Every time you go to push the chassis into the body, it breaks. So I do need to be careful, because I have cracked it quite a few times now. I'm sure it'll be... oh yeah, I can see what it is straight away. I can see what it is straight away. You can see... yeah, this camera doesn't really focus that good, but you can see here that there's the brush for the motor, and then there's some solder joints right there, just at the tip of my thumb, that lead off to the firebox glow at the back, and that solder joint, which is on the insulated side of the motor, is touching the chassis, so that's a direct dead short there. So yeah, just need to readjust that piece of insulation tape. That'd make sense as well, because that's the side that the glow was coming from. And it'd also make sense that that's why if you give it a bump, it doesn't short anymore. So we can fix that very easily. So, Jaden, I can fulfill your request, and I can get Scotty and the 125. So, that should be okay. I probably should put some heat shrink over that. I do need to get some heat shrink. But yeah. Right. However, where I've gone slightly over the 4 minutes, I said I was going to give the rest of these trains, but I have been servicing after all. So, I'll get this back together and we should be ready to go. One thing I realised last weekend, when it was my first Saturday stream, is that I realised the entire weekend felt longer. Presumably because for the entire weekend I was thinking, is everything ready for the Sunday stream? Is everything ready for the Sunday stream? And I'd constantly be thinking about the stream on Sunday and constantly thinking about, oh, in 13 hours and 12 minutes I'm going to be live or whatever whenever I looked at my phone. And I have realised, or did realise last week, that my entire weekend feels a lot more longer and a lot more enjoyable when I'm doing the stream on a Saturday, which is a really good thing. Right, moment of truth. It might not move at all on this track here, so as you remember, this is the unbeefy controller. Excuse me while I just put my servicing sponge away. There we go. So let's see if it'll work. The answer is no. Oh, it might be because this controller's really hot. Thermal cutout might have gone from running that 101. We'll just have to wait and see then. Right, I'll begin stopping the trains. See if we can get all perfect stops this week. I'll gently slow each train down. I am aware I could have just rammed that HST to nothing, but I didn't because that's not good responsibility of driving. Now I can slow it down. Slow Lizzie down. There we go. About halfway down the platform. And perfect stop for the HST. All good. So, Jaden, you asked for a 125 with container freight and Flying Scotsman. I shall cheat and put it on the second radius line. Jaden, would you like the 125 on the front or the 125 on the back? It's your choice. So there's that one. There's that one. I'll stick Tornado back in its drawer. I'm aware I probably will need the tender for Flying Scotsman. So yeah, Jaden, HST on the front or back. I suppose you could reverse it and say Flying Scotsman on the front or the back. I'll just take the opportunity while you respond to test Scotsman on a beefier controller. Oh dear. That's not gone well. Oof, that smells. Whoops. Gonna have to have a look at that because it is short in the controller. So, oh, you said Queen Elizabeth back in. Oh yeah, you said Flying Scotsman back in. I just clearly can't read today. So, I'll take another look at Flying Scotsman. Because she is smoking. She's not good. But Queen Elizabeth, she's over here. And I'll tell you what, you haven't directly said it, but I'll say HST style, so it's going backwards. So there's that one. Nobody else has put any requests in, so I shall put some, yeah, HST on the front. Jaden, have you got another request? I'll let you have one more, and I'll do one for myself. I think I will go for, I won't do it on the station side, so I can surprise you. Actually, I don't think I'll tell you. But if you've got another request, Jaden, pop it in the chat, because I don't think anyone else is wanting to have one for the moment, which is absolutely fine. So I'll put my engine on. And I'll get some things together. I'll get your train going, Jaden. Do go quite slowly, because otherwise... Will she go the other way? Yeah. Come on, Lizzie. Come on, Lizzie. Maybe you just need a bit of speed. Oh, we might have to go the other way around the layout. Oh, no. She's doing it, albeit it very loudly. Will she go the other way? Right. Jaden, I'm sorry, but I think we're going to have to give Lizzie a bit of assistance. I'll bring in the big guns. And that's not working either. Things are already going wrong. I tell you what, I'll have to spoil it for you. Can't leave you in suspense. That was my train I was going to have on. I probably would stick the 31 on, but still it's broken. Tell you what, Jaden. Sorry to disappoint, but I don't think Lizzie's beefy enough. I think it's the HST. So, to make it even more ludicrous, because that's what we like here, I'll stick the 9F on the back of it. Beans. Oh dear. Yeah, I think that's just about making it. We'll we'll see how badly that ends up. I'll get my train going. Where are my bits of rolling stock? I don't think your train might not be on for that long, Jaden. But it's making it, just noisily. I need a wagon with a coupling up, because all of them have been cut off, I think, to go around tighter curves. You see that one ain't got a coupling hook on. I want one with both on. There we go. Let's bung some of these on for extra silliness. Bend that in. It's just about making it, as you can see. It's going under my arm like a bridge. I'll get the brake van out, because I have seen the comment, Jaden. Let's stick this one on the back. And there we've got a German passenger loco pulling British freight. Would you believe it? Let's set her going. And you said Tornado or Golden Eagle pulling a brake van. Absolutely, I can do that. And I have purposely left the 4th radius line free, because we all know that Golden Eagle likes the 4th radius line. I think I am going to have to do a bit more work on Golden Eagle, because I have realised that the back 2 driving wheels don't actually touch the track. Which is probably why it has a little bit of trouble going over points, and probably why it has only ever managed to pull 3 coaches when, well, it hasn't actually. You remember that strongest train video I did? It managed to pull everything, but I think the plastic must have deformed after time, because the time when it pulled the longest train, the collaboration me and on the main line or Jaden did, that was before I'd actually managed to get the motor block out of the tender chassis. You might have remembered, I should say, I did that stream that was about an hour and a half long, and it took me an hour and a half to actually get the motor block out of the tender chassis. It took me an hour and a half to get it out. Which wasn't good. So I'm thinking getting that out perhaps deformed the plastic, and it either needs reforming back so the back two wheels touch the track again, or it needs some stuff sanding away. But it does alright on the fourth radius. So I'll set it going. There's your brake van, Jaden. There we go. See, look, it's stalled on that point there. It's alright generally. I think it's like something's come off. It's a bit like OO Bill's Flying Scotsman. One day it runs fine, the other day it doesn't. I am aware something's derailed on it. I just can't get to the back of it at the moment. Queen Elizabeth's going like a egg beater again. Let's slow her down. I think Golden Eagle... No, she hasn't re-railed herself because I've just derailed her. There we go. That's a bit better. Should do another collab sometime, Jaden. Right, I'm not having that train going any faster than it is now, otherwise it'll just come straight off. Still had no response, or still had no meaningful response about fixing the Class 31, which is in bits. So I've got a £230 ornament in a storage drawer as a locomotive. Still had no meaningful reply, and apparently it's my fault for not checking my spam folder. Well, I'm sorry. All my emails I've sent, none of your emails have gone into my spam folder. Apparently it's my fault for not replying to them, giving them my contact details. Apparently that's the reason they're not replying to me. Even though I've sent them the contact details 6 times and keep pestering them every single week as to what's happening. So, I'm not even going to give Hornby the niceness of me taking the locomotive out of the drawer to show you. There you go, look. It's in a box. You see that? Doesn't deserve to come out that box. Fell over while I was picking the box up as well. It bloody well deserves it. How much trouble I've had getting a part for that. I don't really want to send it in to them, because the fact that they can't respond to emails doesn't exactly inspire much confidence that they will have the competence to actually A, fix it, and B, remember to send it back. All I want is a new motor so I can fix it myself, and so I know it'll be fixed when I've done it. Because no doubt they'll manage to send it back to me, and because of the poor packaging standards, it'll come back with half of its roof missing or something stupid. I did say I was... Where's Golden Eagle? Oh, she's stopped again. Come on. I really should have track rubbered that newly ballasted area. We need to take a look at Golden Eagle. Not Golden Eagle, Flying Scotsman. Again. Should probably see where it's short in. You're right, Jaden. That stuff they're saying is... and I'm trying to think of a replacement word for the last word. Bull. No, I can't say that. That's too offensive as well. I was going to say sheets, as in bed sheets. Sheets that go on your bed, but realised with my teeth in and the Audio can sometimes be a bit dodgy. That might not be the best choice of words. But yeah, complete and utter. BOLLOCKS. Right, let's see what's the bother here. The insulator come off? No. That's not short in there. Bull poop, there we go, thank you. Could probably get my multimeter out actually, that might be useful. Ah, so it's not shorting now because the light bulb comes on. Good thing about these, if the light bulb comes on, you know it's not shorted. See, it's shorted there, not shorted there. See, it's shorted now because there's no light bulb. Maybe the commutator needs a teacup. There's definitely force on the motor because it's difficult to turn the other way. Wonder if there's a bit of metal stuck somewhere. Golden Eagle has stopped again and I've failed to notice it. Come on. Maybe, yeah, I probably could do with a track rub. Give me a second. Yeah, that should do it for now. Everything else is going fine. Egg beater over is not doing too badly. Please don't stop, Golden Eagle. Please don't stop. Please don't stop. Please don't stop. Please don't stop. It hasn't stopped. Yes. Why won't this work? Let me get my multimeter. Where is it? My multimeter I got for Christmas. Big display. Good for use in videos. Can do transistors, capacitance, AC currents, which is useful. Let's see. Continuity. Does it beep? So, I'll be looking for about... Well, is there a path across the motor? That's odd. Very odd. Let's try it again. See, the light bulb doesn't light up now. See, the bulb lights in some positions, but then doesn't in others, which is a little bit concerning. Ah! That's not even funny. I turned my back for 1 second, and Golden Eagle not only has lost his tender, her tender, but has completely derailed and rammed into the back of it. Look at the CCTV on that one later. Interesting to know how that happened. Or how long it's been pushing its brake van around for. I also heard that Hornby raised their shipping prices to and from customers and dealers. My order were over... obviously the 37 of orders is over £50. So I'm hoping that I don't have to pay any shipping costs. Some shipping costs are ridiculous though. Oh, come on. Get going. Speed and power. More power. More power fixes everything. Okay. Well, it's not inspiring a lot of confidence when there's a complete dead short across the entire thing. Bit of fixing and unprototyping here. Let me sponge. Might have been a combination of a lot of things. It just never seems to run consistently, does this engine anymore? Well, to be fair, it didn't do to start with. I should probably try transferring all the valve gear on this to my other chassis. There's a load of metal filings. There's a load of metal filings stuck in this one. When I get that rotary tool tomorrow, I'll be able to clean the other one up because it's brass and it won't stick to the magnet. Right. Is there still a short now? Yes. So the wheels aren't connected. Stick that probe on there. What's the resistance? 6 ohms. So where's my calculator? How much power is that? So voltage is current times resistance. That means current is voltage divided by it. So 12 divided by 6 is 2 amps. That's a bit much. I think something's still wrong. Well, it might actually decrease when the motor's spinning. Tell you what, I'll stop the trains and we can have a bit of a ponder together. Because I do have some items of agenda I do kind of need to go through. There we go. I tell you what. I was going to stop it there, but I realised that thing were in the way. Oh, come on, it's not a perfect stop. We said all perfect stops today. You're going for another lap. Jaden says he's been trying to get a smoke deflector for my Merchant Navy class for 7.5 months. Jesus. So never mind, they can't even supply... If they can't supply you with a smoke deflector, they're not going to be able to fix my engine, are they? They can't even reply to emails or send people simple bits of plastic. Then it doesn't inspire much confidence that they have the competence to fix things. I like that. It doesn't inspire much confidence that they have the competence. I like that. I love that. Right, come on, pay attention. Perfect stop. Should really should really get another webcam and have my 4th webcam as a servicing cam because I seem to do servicing nearly every single week. Right, you can see what I'm doing now. So I'll if I can talk while I'm doing, which I hope I can, I'll go through the agenda. So I did briefly mention earlier, and I have mentioned just a couple of seconds ago, that the rotary tool I've been eyeing up in Lidl is coming into stock tomorrow. Me and my mum need to go get the veg for Sunday dinner tomorrow anyway. So we're going to get the rotary tool as well. The reason I want the rotary tool is recently I've had quite a lot of chassis to clean up. So I've got 2040 chassis to clean up. I've got the old Flying Scotsman chassis to clean up. I've got a old Princess Elizabeth or Princess Victoria. I think it's Princess Victoria class. I can't quite remember. But I've got one of those chassis to clean up as well. And generally on older engines, such as actually this Flying Scotsman, the dirt and because of the metal, it just seems to get ingrained into the wheel. So I've been eyeing up for a while, and it's also good for cutting stuff like this down. Not obviously the house, but I've got some walls made out of resin that I'm going to put here that I kind of need to cut down. So I've been looking for one of them for quite a while. And that's coming into stock tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get one of them, and that'll mean that servicing is a lot easier and I can get old engines running a lot better. So I'm hoping to get that tomorrow. The next thing I've got to say is that please do remember to submit your entries for my 250 subscriber special station naming and main running line naming competition. We have had 3 entries last time I looked for the naming of the station, but we've had no entries for the naming of the 3 main lines. That's a little bit disappointing, I'm not going to lie. The naming for the station is alright, as I say, it only came out on Tuesday, so that's not much of a problem. But we have had no entries for the names of the, well, proposed names for the 3 main lines. So please do get your responses in. Please do get your entries in. Because obviously, the more entries if you only submit 1 entry in one, you've got less chance of winning the competition, as if you submit 1 in one and 1 in the other. So do remember to put your entries in for both categories. If you are still thinking, then that's absolutely fine. But I would really like to see some more entries from a couple more people. And the first entries from the first people into the naming the 3 main running lines competition. As I have said, please do try and base it on a common theme. But anyone who's in the chat who would like to have a go to my Tuesday video that I released this week, and click on the links in the description. They are both labelled, and if you haven't entered already, then get an entry in. Jaden has said, I've been trying to get a smoke deflector from a merchant navy. Oh no, I've already read that one. Says, my local model shop has been waiting 4 months to get another batch of coaches and locos too. Well, that's poor. That is really poor. Somebody's got an orbital sander going outside. It sounds like a angered bee. That reminds me of a Peter Kay joke I once heard. Where's that screwdriver gone? Anyone see the screw? Yes, it's there. On about his grandma, and how generally in like council houses or stuff like that, you have those red pull cords in case you fall over or you get an heart attack or whatever. And Peter Kay says, "My nan's only pulled it once. It's when we had a wasp in front room, and bloke on end up like emergency helpline said." Bloke on end at emergency helpline said, "Is there a problem?" She went, "Yeah, I've got a wasp in here. It's like a zeppelin." And might not make you laugh, but that made me laugh. This is not going well. I can't so far see anything wrong with it. It was working in fits and starts earlier. I'm just not quite sure what's on with it now. If I get it working, I might just leave it open frame like this and say that's unprototypical. Come on. Oh! Yeah, I'll spark and a flash from the commutator then. So that suggests it is the brushes. Or something wrong with the brushes. Because that's where the smoke came from. Maybe it's got oil on it or something. That's very odd. Let's try it on a little bit more of a beefier controller. Let's not do that, because there's already a train there. Yeah. This might be a project for tomorrow, when I'm rotary tooling. This is very odd. Yep, that's a project for tomorrow. That unfortunately cannot be fixed today. Hey, at least I can fix my Flying Scotsman. I can't fix my 31, can I, Hornby, if you're watching, which of course you're not, but I kind of hope you do. If the rotary tool isn't in tomorrow, or I can't get that video filmed before Tuesday, then, well, either the next video I release is the rotary tool unboxing and review, which I will be doing. I'll be testing it on some of my old chassis. That was my next agenda point. I will be testing it on some of my old chassis and doing a bit of an unboxing and review for Tuesday's video of my rotary tool. That's what I'll be doing. But if it's not in on Sunday, as I advertised, it's actually in late on Monday, then I've decided that Tuesday's video, if I can't get the rotary tool one out, will be a video moaning about Hornby's terrible customer service. Anyway, it's request time. Has anyone got any requests? I'm taking all the trains off now. I'll have one, and I'll leave the other two up to whoever's watching. So, any requests, anyone? Jaden says, I just put in a form for the main running lines. The lines just came off the top of my head, so they aren't brilliant. That's absolutely fine. An entry is better than no entry. You never know. You might think it's terrible. I might think, crikey, that's brilliant. But if you do, I'm not saying you have to, obviously you don't have to, it's your channel, not mine. But if you do feel like mentioning to people on your channel that I am running a competition, and, you know, if you feel like saying, you know, hey, this kid I know on YouTube's running a competition, you should, you know, totally enter. I like his channel, subscribe, like, etc, etc. If you do feel like giving people who watch your videos a little bit of a wink and saying, you know, enter into this competition, because people like entering competitions. Obviously you don't have to, but I'd appreciate it if you did. Right, here's my unprototypical one. We've got the D11 and some containers. Off you go. If I actually bother... Oh, I tell you what, flip it. It's just stuck. Oh, there we are. I can't be bothered taking that train off. So I will be naughty and stick it on the second radius, because I literally can't be bothered taking it off at this moment. Beans. There we go, that's that one sorted, and now you can go. Simple, that's why you have crossover loops. Not need for as much hand of God. I will have a look at your entries later. I am looking at the entries as they're coming. I'm not waiting until the last day and then realising that we've got none. Massive rookie error. Shut the point when you finish crossing engines over. Kurt wanted to see the 101. What he didn't want to see was the D11 derailing. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, Kurt wanted to see the 101. Now, the 101, as far as I understand, was used for light passenger duties. So, I'm saying that this train is reasonably well sized. Light passenger duties, because I believe the 101 was built quite early on, because it was an experiment oil burning. I'm going to say, you know, I think it'd have been pulling either 4 or 6 wheel coaches. So where I'm giving it 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 wheel coaches. And I've also put a very posh one in, a Pullman. So light passenger duties has suddenly become heavy, royal passenger duties. Will it pull that? No, it won't, because the other train's sucking all of its power. Let's see if I can get all these off quickly. There we go. So we'll get it going. Oh yeah, it's managing that just about. Or not. Go on. Right, fine. You've left me no choice. To make it even more awkward, why double-heading it with another engine. Let's put this one back. And I'll get the 08 out, actually, for the last request. Oh, well, I'll have a round of ideas from me. Stick them in that drawer. And we need to give you a bit more beans, don't we? There we go. It's shifting it, just about. So, the last thing I'm going to run today is something that, you know, it won't look what I'm going to say it is, but I'm going to say that it is. I'm going to model it as a tug of war between the 9F and the 08. Now, obviously, because the 08's geared very well, it runs very slowly, even at full welly. So I'm modelling it as a tug of war, but it isn't actually a tug of war because the 08's not powerful enough. Lost that coupling hook for the 9F again. But it's not going to damage the 08 because all the 08's doing is being dragged along and wheel slipping. It's not wheel slipping at a massive speed, so it's not a problem. I will keep it quite slow though. Thanks D11, just get in the way. If I actually railed it properly, it might have a better chance. There we go. Bit squeaky. No, it's the 040 train that's squeaky because they hasn't got enough beans. More beans. Oh no, it is the 08 that's a bit squeaky. It's not a problem. Tell you what, Jaden, while I've got a bit of lull in chat talk, I will have a look at. Oh, for God's sake. Come on. I'm going to have to give this 040 train quite a little bit more beans. It just keeps stalling. This wagon recently has been a right pain. Well, just won't stay on the track. Right, we'll put it this way, and then it's not attached to anything at the back. I think I do need to redesign the pickups for that wagon, because they're not the neatest and they're not the most effective anymore after considerable amounts of use. Right, there we are. So, Jaden, I was saying, I'm going to have a look at your entries. I won't read them out, because I don't want to spoil them. That's the reason why I've asked people in the comments to submit their ideas into a Google form to remind people, because I don't want to spoil it. I've just realised that this camera looks a bit jerky at the moment. Or has it fixed itself? Nope, it's fixed itself, that's fine. While I'm looking at the form, I'll talk about the next item on the agenda. The next item on the agenda is that my layout is now completely ballasted. So all the area, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, all the area on here, so you can see there, you can see the water tower here, and then just over to the left you can see the little sawmill building with the logs drying. You can see that all that area has now been completely ballasted. All that's completely done. The 4th radius line there, as you can also see just where the 9F's come in now. Good timing, 9F. That's been completely ballasted as well. That curved siding, that's completely ballasted. All that back siding and that 4th radius line, which was the only bit left to ballast, is now completely ballasted. So the next station is probably landscaping and forming some hills. But I think before I do that, I'm going to give myself another bit of a wiring project and get some bus bars hooked up ready to install lights in these houses. Lights I'll probably start installing on here and get some lights ready for the other side to install, or at least get ready to get some new houses and put them in there. So I think getting some new houses over here, some big country houses over here, and some more terraced houses over here is a good idea. Scenery wise, this is not local or rolling stock wise. And then after that, I will be able to put some lights in them and get the bus bars all hooked up. But other than that, it'll be static grassing and forming hills. Here we go. Seem good, them names to me, Jaden. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with them. As I say, I'm not going to read them out, but they do not seem too bad to me at all. Flipping 101 stalled again. I think I'm going to have to get it going even faster. There we go. Quick change to this camera while I put the sponge away, which I just seem to have carelessly left out. That 101 ain't just locked up again. No, it hasn't. Good. Egg beaters, look. Oh no, I'll stick my finger in there. I've lost a finger. The 9F got stuck. No, she's still going. The last thing that I've got written down on my agenda. Last thing I've got written down, although I'm sure I'll think of more things to talk about as we progress, is what do you think of my new, well, stream thumbnail? I wonder if I can show it on OBS now. I'll try and sort this out live, although it might be a little bit difficult. Yeah, so you should just be able to see a black screen now. Apologies. I'm going to try and show you it in case you haven't seen it already. Shouldn't take me that long, actually. I just need to get it onto my mum's computer. Yes, I don't want cookies. Well, I do want cookies, but not those type of cookies. Right. 4 hours later when it actually loads. Oh, it's still not. Absolutely useless as Google signing on this laptop. It's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Right, so I'll do it a different way. You have to be awkward, don't you? Special windows. Things not loading. All good fun. Oh, but right, still don't load then. Just sit here and make me wait then. Thanks. Absolute joke. Right, now I can show you it after Windows is finally playing. Just give me a second, because it won't come, the audio won't come through, so just give me a second to sort it. Oh no, it will actually. Yeah, it don't matter. Just give me a second. Give me a second to put it on. Any second now, it will be coming on. Oh god. Oh, here it is. There we go. So then, that's my new thumbnail. What do you think of it? It's sort of a placeholder slash generic thumbnail I can have on instead of just my channel banner. Because before, I've literally just had my channel banner on as a thumbnail. I'm aware it's not very high resolution on this because it's been blown up from the usual thumbnail size. But what do you think of it? My basic idea was go for my original logo, which I've successfully found and done after a lot of time. I've got, obviously, HEMR Live, my new brand of streams, got the episode number. I've got, you know, a person watching my stream whilst driving the train, which, as you can see in the bottom, isn't advisable. But I thought it was a good sort of jokey placeholder thing that's good for, you know, if it's my Christmas stream, then obviously I'll do a special thumbnail. But for all of my other streams, I think it's a good placeholder. But let me know what you think. I don't think it's too bad myself. Right, I'm going to stop the trains and we'll get some more on in just a couple of minutes. And I'll explain why when I've stopped them. Right, can we go for a perfect stop? Yes, that's good enough. That's halfway down the platform. Yes, that's perfect. Yes, that's perfect. 3 absolutely perfect stops. Right, I could do with a toilet break, so I'm not going to run the trains because I don't want things to short out and explode when I'm not here. I'm going to go for a toilet break. While I do that, I will play the joining video as a sort of intermission thing. I shouldn't be any longer than 3 to 4 minutes, so stay exactly where you are. I will put a message in the live chat to explain where I've gone. Just going for a quick toilet break, not Blake, and I will be back in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned, folks, and I'll be back very shortly. Well, that was a bit of a coincidence. I got back just as it was finished. Perfect timing. So, because we haven't got quite as many people on today, because obviously nice weather, Saturday, people still mightn't have got used to my new schedule, I will run the last set of trains for 5-10 minutes, and then we'll end the stream a little bit early today. Because it is a nice day and we haven't got as many people in. So, I will pick the last 3 trains and we will get cracking. I need to tidy my drawers out again. They're getting very, very messy. Right. What final trains do I want? Let's see. What to do, what to pick. I have just noticed your comment, Jaden. Thank you very much for joining. I know you sent it quite a while ago, but thank you very much for joining today's stream. Thank you for your requests, and I hope to see you again soon. This has now become stuck. Wonderful. Right, so... Oh, for God's sake. Last thing. Let's see. So, what random bits of rolling stock have I got? Draw won't go in now. Right, so... We have, well, people have, and I have been enjoying the HST style running things today, so I think we'll do a little bit more of that to finish. And I'll put the containers on as well. They seem to have had more love this week. Like I say every week, the 101 hasn't had much love, and then realise actually it's been on every week, because I say that every week. So, we'll get that on. We'll get you going for, well, we'll go for about 7 minutes. Till we get to an hour and a half. I think we'll keep the 08 actually. And I think what I'll do is, because we've had this once today. And I did quite enjoy doing it, so we'll do it again. I'll tell you what, I'll put it on around the other side. It's so much more easy. Need to get into the habit of putting trains on this side. Because, yeah, reaching over the station ain't really going to be a good option when there's loads of people on the platform. So, if I get all the cameras back on again, this coupling needs bending back. So, if I bring the 08 round, stick these coaches in this siding, and then if we go like this, this is already unrealistic, because whenever you ever seen an 08 shunter go that fast? Answer is you haven't. Couple, there we go, reverse, bring out these coaches, and yes, we're doing another train sandwich. Really enjoyed that when we did it today. So off we go. And I'll tell you what, because I can, because I find it amusing, I'm going to go for another train sandwich with the D11, but I'm going to do it with 2 coaches, and I'll bring the D11 round. Will, thank you very much for joining. Nice to see you here. You're just catching the end of the stream. Thank you very much for joining, Will. Always good to see you. We've got the D11 sandwiching with the Virgin coaches, or 2 of the Virgin coaches, in another train sandwich, because I've really been enjoying that today. Get going. Don't derail. The 08 is struggling. Let's try taking a coach off. Yeah, that's done it wonders. Even better of a sandwich, because it's unequal on both sides. Or even better in the unprototypical sense. Right, to get me pushing some buttons for the final few minutes, I'm going to do some single camera shots. So do I, Will. Should probably actually build one of them for my April Fool's video. Yeah, that's giving me an idea, actually. Yeah, I might do. Although I have just given it away now. That has actually given me a very good idea. Thanks for that, Will. You might have just inspired a video there. May have just inspired a video. Will, got a question for you. What do you think of my new stream thumbnail? This is it. General idea is that I'll use this as the placeholder instead of just the average YouTube thumbnail that YouTube chucks in for each of my streams, because for streams like this, although there is the highlight of unprototypical trains, just a screenshot of the unprototypical trains sometimes isn't quite good enough, so I've made this placeholder for it. Same style as my channel logo, but obviously I've put the HEMR live as my new name, and then the episode 3, and the driving a train whilst watching my stream is not advisable. So, what do you think about it, Will? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's a good placeholder? It took me a while to make. I had to go through 300,000 images to find that flipping train thing again, but let me know what you think. So, I quite like it myself, but what do you think? Just missed the 9F there, that was a bit of a shame. And I've just missed the 08 as well. Yeah, got a little bit of it. Pay attention. Good, we got all 3 trains going through there. Might have all 3 going through here again if we're lucky. And we have been, there we go. Might have all 3 again here though. The 08's lagging behind. Well, lacking. Not quite fast enough. We'll just get it by itself there though. Right, I'll begin stopping the trains one by one. We'll put those cameras on so you can see everything. I think we'll go 2nd, 3rd, 4th today. I'll give the 08 its chance to have another lap. Because the 4th radius went first setting off, so it can stop last. Go on, I'll let it have another. Why not? Okay, here we go. The 08's coming round. Get ready to stop it. I want an absolutely perfect stop. We didn't achieve perfect stop today, unfortunately. I haven't just accepted that I failed. I did send the trains round again. But we'll have to try for that next week. That probably will be the stream title for next week. I'll give the D11 one more lap because I am trying to schedule the streams a week in advance. I did fail this week. I only did it on Friday, which might be why we've got less viewers. So, kind of my own fault this week, and a bit of the weather's fault because it's so nice. I know the model shed said he's having a party, so I'll try and schedule it. Well, I will. I won't try to. I will schedule it straight after this stream, so that people have got a chance to set the reminders and save it to the watch later, and get a chance to see it a couple of times during the week, so that the reminders. So, probably my fault that you haven't had enough notice to get to the stream today, which is completely fine. 9F, you can have one more lap. I probably should have, changed cameras a bit sooner there, shouldn't I? It was a bit poor. Anyway, let's slow it right down. Crow T Robots, thank you very much for being in the stream today. Thank you very much for joining, and hope to see you later. Thank you for joining. Hope to see you again soon. Perfect stop for the 9F there. So, that was the Unprototypical stream, as you can see there. Unprototypical request stream. Thank you all very much for your requests. Wacky and fun as always. Not as many derailments today as I actually thought, but nevertheless, the ones that we did have were still very, very enjoyable. So, I would just like to say thank you all, everyone, very much for joining me for today's live stream. It really has been wonderful to see you all here today, and thank you for your requests, as I've just said, as always. Hope you have enjoyed watching the stream as much as I have had running it, and then, as I always say, these weekly streams really are one of my favourite types of content to produce and make. I will hopefully see you at the same time next week on Saturday at 4:15. I will be scheduling the stream straight after this one, so if you want to stick around after the stream and get that one scheduled, you'll be able to see all the upcoming streams directly on my channel page. It'll be the first thing under the the featured video that is there. So if you want to get that, stick around for 5 minutes on my channel page, and you can save that to your reminders for next week if you'd like. However, I would just like to say thank you all very much once again for joining this evening. Tuesday's video should either be a review of the Lidl/Parkside brand rotary tool, which I'm hopefully picking up tomorrow, so that should hopefully be Tuesday's video. If, however, that's not in stock or I can't get that video out in time, then it will be, unfortunately, a bit of a moan at home for their horrible customer service, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But anyway, for now, take care and see you soon. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye for now.